Good morning, guys. We are out at it again. We are at Citrus National in Homosassa, Florida. It is a beautiful day. It's a little bit humid out here, but the ball is flying well. It's early in the morning. They sent me out off the back. I've been playing kind of dodging sprinklers up until now, but it looks like they're all off. And to be honest with you, I haven't been playing good golf so far. I am coming up onto number 17. Sorry, this is a par 3. Looks to be about 110 yards from the whites to the center of the green. I haven't been playing great. I'm 3 over right now. Any pars that I have been absolute scrambles. Just not hitting flush shots. That new driver's not working great this morning. I did switch back to my old one and hit a couple of good shots with that. But we're just trying to play some golf. And like I said, gonna kind of walk you through this course. It's not a bad course. The layout's really fun. It's a little bit burnt up in some places. A couple of dead spots here and there around the perimeter of the green, but nothing that is gonna bother you know, in close. The tee boxes for the most part are okay. They're all flat, so you're not standing all weird and off camber. So let's hit some shots and let's see what it looks like. Got a much deserved 4. I didn't hit that first putt good at all. It came out of the fringe, kind of nasty, so it is what it is. You know, it's a lovely day. Could be doing other stuff that's worse than this, but on to the next. So this is what I've been doing all morning so far. Everything seems to be, I'm hitting greens, but I'm not making close shots where I can get, you know, down for a birdie. I'm 20, 30 plus feet out on my second shot. So one of the things I've been noticing on the courses that I've been playing down here is the greens are all very long, and I'm way longer than I'm used to in northern New York where I came from. I'm assuming that that's because this time of year you cut anything super long down here when the heat index is over 100 degrees in the middle of the day, and it would just torch itself right off and you'd be putting on dead grass. So I'm assuming that's why. It's taking me a long time to get used to that, a lot longer than I would like to admit. I've never been a great hit the ball a foot past the hole kind of guy, especially on longer putts. And to be honest, on that last shot on 17, the approach when I was off the green, I should have taken my 50 degree and did a bump and run. I'm better at that shot. So lipped out a 4, maybe 5 putt par putt, and that's the kind of stuff that make you kick a midget. But that lip out, not that big a deal. Finished the back 9 at 5 over, so it could have been worse. You know, I'm playing this course for the first time. The fairways, in the condition that they're in, kind of getting me a little bit. I'm used to playing off a little bit more grass than that, even down here in the, you know, the end of August. It's hot and stuff is burning off, but it's still pretty. The fairways are burned up in a couple of spots, and that sucks, because this course looks like it would be just insanely fun. So now I've got to cut back over and try to figure out where the first tee is, so we can maybe get a couple of holes on the front 9 and go from there. So here we are on number 1. Looks to be about 375 yards. Bends a little bit to the left down there. So I don't think I'm going to hit my new driver. I'm going to hit my old one, not my TaylorMade. This one typically has a little bit of a draw. I don't have to worry about it as much. I can place it a little bit better. Not quite as long as either one of my other drivers, but it still hits the ball to where I can get it in good place. So that's what we're gonna do. So this is that mulligan that they talk about. I'm gonna take one. I don't care. I see one of my shots right now completely unplayable. So my very first shot with that other driver, turned over to the left really hard, sitting in the middle of some crap here. I'm gonna play it honest. I'm gonna take a 7-iron and I'm gonna slap it back out into the fairway, and then play an approach shot into the green from there and see what I can do, because I don't think there's any way that I can try to get to the green from here. I think I've got too many trees. I've got 161 yards to the pin, or to the center of the green.
Sunrise on the green, bright and early, cup in my hand, game unfurled.
So that was about as good as I could do from there. We are back out right dead nuts in the middle of the fairway. That's where you want to be.
Birdies singing just for me. Power shot, feel the rush. In this moment, gotta be free. Best round ever, feel the beat. Every hole, a victory sweet. Golfing glory can't be beat. Epic game beneath my feet. Epic game beneath my feet. Draw solos in the air. Electric rhythm without a care.
As you can see, reloads are always better. That third shot, dropped my shoulder, picked my head up to look at a bad shot, left me, I don't know, 10 yards from the front of the green. I am currently about 50 yards from the center with that shot, but my third shot, it's on the green. I don't have a shot at par from there, so it's not like I could like mulligan it and save a par and do it that way. So we're gonna finish out the one that brought me here, and maybe get lucky. I don't know. I'd much rather be on the green 3 than on the green 4, but we can saying 5. Playing some banner golf today. Banner golf.
Best round ever, feel the beat. Every hole a victory sweet. Don't think glory can't be beat. Every game beneath my feet. The toss off in the air. Electric rhythm without a care. Drop that ball, let it fall. Pumping beats, calling for more. Best round ever, feel the beat. Every hole a victory sweet.
So I just recorded the entire way from the first green to the second tee. Forgot that I didn't hit the record button. It's getting quite a bit drier, and it's giving me a little bit more pace on my putts. The ball is rolling a little bit farther. It's a little bit easier to play, especially down here. There's a huge difference between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So the goal right now is to, I walked away with a 5 on that hole. The goal now is to try to keep and make some pars. I would love to get back into the upper 30s, try to save 80 for the round. I haven't, I've been right hovering at that 80 mark all year so far. Last year I was doing 77, 78. This year I think the best that I've come out with was a 77 at the Heather, which is a par 34. So that would be, you know, closer to an 80, maybe 81 on a course with a couple of par 5s. So we are looking at right now about 324 yards to the pin. The wind is in our face, so that's going to make it play a little bit longer. Probably going to play closer to 340-ish. But I'm going to get a driver. I'm going to bomb it as hard as I possibly can. Hopefully I get that left to right motion under control. Maybe even bring back a little bit of my draw. I would much rather plan for that than the other. So we'll see what we can do. Second shot left me kind of crappy. I am very much below the hole. Pin is way up there. Golf ball's way down here. So I've got to try to get the ball up in the air, which means I'm going to take my 50 degree and I'm going to open it up a little bit and swing it and hopefully come underneath enough to get the ball up while carrying it far enough so that it's going to come close to the hole. So let's see what we can do. We'll try to save par again. And just like that, we play a flop shot with a 50-degree wedge. Didn't quite get the distance on it that I wanted to. I'm still probably about 5-6 feet from the pin here, but it could have been better. It could have been a lot worse. That's where I'm at right now. See if I can make an up and down here. That, my fellow duffers, is why it is the okayest golfer, not the greatest golfer. I scramble to make par a lot. I'm not dropping, you know, dime shots on the green from 160 yards out. I'm hitting okay shots that don't put me in really bad positions that still allow me to scramble and make a par. Every now and then, one of those shots works out well enough that I can hit, I drop a birdie putt, typically looking more along the lines of you know, when I get to the par fives versus, you know, the par fours. Every now and then I'll sneak a 3 or a 2 on the scorecard. But I'm just looking, if I can hit even par, I'm happy. I am 1 over through 3. I have 1 putted all 3 greens, so nothing spectacular. It is in fact the Okayest golf. So got our drive. Pin is straight on behind me. We got about another 250, 260 yards to the pin. The wind coming from right to left, so I'm gonna try to hang this one out to the right a little bit further, to let it kind of draw back in, hopefully be center of the fairway. I'm not trying to get the green, I'm just trying to get myself close enough so I can drop a 9-iron or a pitching wedge or something like that. So we've got a good look at 4 here. Back there, about 135, 140 yards. Put it on the dance floor. Looking at about, I don't know, 7, 8, 10 feet maybe. The first good birdie putt that I've had all day. Most of my birdie putts have been 20, 30 feet long. Not realistic to count on those. This one's a little bit better place, but that shot back there, I mean, you probably saw the ground is brown. There was not a lot of grass to hit off of. Same thing with that 4 hybrid. I just didn't have a good lie. I didn't have a good look at it. Hit the ball and make any kind of contact with the ground, and it sends shocks right up through your spine. Hopefully we can knock this down. It would be nice to get one of those 2 bogeys back. And that's disheartening. Leave it an inch from the hole, that close. But that's kind of my MO. That is my Achilles heel. But it was a par, it was not a bogey. So we are still at 2 over on this front 9. So we can still, 39 is not out of question. We still have 1 hole or 1 bogey to play with, and we've only got 3 holes left to play. Number 6. Looks like it's going to be a little bit of a tricky situation here. But hopefully I can take this driver, even though I've been struggling with it, and thread it up through the fairly narrow fairway here, and then get a second shot on the mat. Putt out for par, but pitter patter. hard to find a lie. I'm trying to hit around the surface of the ball instead of actually hitting toward the ball. So and I'm not playing the best golf. I am playing the absolute okayest golf that I can play today. I'm stiff. It's been a day. Yeah, so I'm kind of frustrated. I was 4 over on the back, so 5 over, 4 over shot, and that's not great golf for me. That's very, very okay golf for me. I did get a little bit frustrated with hitting absolutely phenomenal drives toward the end and getting punished with an absolutely atrocious lie. That sucks when that happens. I don't feel like I was striking the ball all that bad, but I do feel like I had a handful of shots that could have been better if the ball wasn't sitting effectively in a sand trap. It was rough. Some of the greens were better than others, but the biggest thing is, especially on the front, I feel like the back was much, much better. If I'd have started on the front and ended on the back, I think I would have still not been frustrated. By the time I got done with 9, it started on 10. 10 through 18, the fairways were in phenomenally better shape than the front. So if you're gonna come out, I would recommend play 9, ask to play the back. Like 1 to 10, condition-wise, I'd give the back probably a 7 or an 8. I'd give the front probably close to a 5. For the most part, the fairways were dried off and burnt off, and it didn't make it didn't make a good shot easy. Just the fairways were that hard to hit off of. I mean, maybe I'm making excuses. I don't know. I would come back. I'll probably come back and play this course sometime, I don't know, in the fall, where it's not quite so hot and stuff isn't quite so burned off. But I mean, the clubhouse is cool. The pro shop is really nice. The tee boxes, for the most part, were okay. Some of the tee boxes were quite a bit wet. They had just turned off sprinklers and left the tee boxes fairly muddy. So not a bad course. Citrus National, Homosassa, Florida. I'll play it again. I just don't think I'll play it again soon. I'm going to give it a couple of months for everything to kind of cool down. Yeah, I mean, 81 on today. Could have been much better. Could have been much worse. Struggled with the driver. Struggled with a couple of different irons. And just struggled with the terrain, mostly. Struggled with getting the ball off the fairway. But you live and you learn. We'll play it again. Hopefully next time it's in a little bit better shape. But until then, hit them hard. Don't hit them often.